let's get more reactions and more details of this. We have with us Mr. Vikram Singh joining us, who's the former DGP of UP. Mr. Vikram Singh, is this the process that was being expected, that after the LG recommended a CBI probe, it had to be started anyway, but the Aam Aadmi Party is questioning the timing?
I would say so. But absolutely, there has to be absolutely transparent and an administrative mechanism for such raids and search mechanism. You see, justice must not only be done, but must seem to be done. When such a raid happens, there is elaborate homework as to what are the circumstances and what is the expected recovery as per the investigation roadmap. There is an investigation roadmap and an investigation plan, which is duly supervised by senior officers. I would say, I do hope that I'm wrong, that such raids do not happen unless there is an elaborate homework, due diligence, preparation, and then the raids happen after interrogation. I don't think Manish Sisodia has also been interrogated. And if not, Manish Sisodia is not an ordinary accused. Have at least some sense of decorum before you go in for searches. There are administrative and legal requirements. I do hope they have been followed. But the way it has happened, I have my own reservations.
Right. Mr. Vikram Singh, so are you saying that that elaborate homework was not done in this case and Manish Sisodia had to be procedurally interrogated beforehand, but that's also not been done?
I would presume so, because any person, a raid is followed by detailed interrogation, and the inconsistencies are then taken threadbare, and if the inconsistencies are not resolved by the accused or the person searched, then the raids happen. It is not that I don't like somebody's face and the raid happens, and it should never happen that way. I may have 100 differences, but the raids happen on the basis of propriety, the legal and the procedural requirements, not in a knee-jerk and a whimsical manner. All these things are quasi-judicial, and I do hope that if there is a knee-jerk reaction, anything that is perverse or vindictive, that officer should be and needs to be taken to task.
Right. So, Mr. Vikram Singh, you're there saying that this is not according to procedure and the procedure is not being followed in these raids being conducted. So, the timing question that's being raised by the Aam Aadmi Party could be true. They're saying that it comes right after, a day after the Delhi education model was praised at a global stage, and that's when Manish Sisodia is being raided. I am not a political person, but I would certainly say that the raids investigation should be transparent, and there should not be any question on what the bona fides of the investigating agency is. And therefore, if people are putting two and two together, well, my political friends are welcome to do it. But my only point is, procedurally, legally and morally, you should not be questioned as far as the investigation is concerned. Right. Mr. Singh, so since you say that it's not procedural, so what is the possible relief or recourse that's available to Manish Sisodia if he wants to say that this is not procedural and he was not interrogated beforehand? He should make an immediate complaint to the CVC, to the topmost officer in the investigating agency, and also to the Chief Justice of India, and also to the concerned court, that this appears to be prima facie a malified search procedure, and I have my reservations, and these are the reasons why I say it is not in order. No interrogation. If there's an interrogation, these questions, and if the interrogation did happen, I gave cogent, logical, and true answers to every query. Right. It is for the investigating agency to give me an ample opportunity to come out with a subsequent interrogation and interaction. Right. We, of course, didn't see any interrogations happening before these raids. Very strong words there coming from you, sir, that this is a malified search procedure and it's not in order. But also for our viewers understanding, what's the procedure that will be followed after this? Is search the first step after interrogation of in any such case of the Central Bureau of Investigation? Is the question for me? Yes, sir. Then I would say go to the Director CBI, meet the CVC, go to the concerned court and say that this is a malified search operation and I was never interrogated. And if it is on the basis of the statement given by Mr. Jain, then I should have been given ample opportunity to contradict or confirm whatever he said about me and about the allegations level. Just in a whimsical manner, if anybody's statements, a deputy CM rank officer can be raided and searched, well, I don't think it looks or even sounds appropriate. Right, but Mr. Singh, the searches can continue till then, right? The searches, unfortunately, can continue because nobody can intervene till there's an intervention from the top officer or from a court. And what happens beyond what happens after these searches? Our reporter Arvind was just telling us that these could go on till the evening. So what's the procedure that will be followed after that? It can go on even after the evening, then a panchayatnama, because it is a videography is made, is done. it is done in the presence of 5 independent witnesses, not pocket witnesses, as in the case of, you may recall, the Mumbai ED raids in case of Riya Chakravarti and all. No pocket witnesses, no pocket witness as in case of the cruise. They have to be independent witnesses from the neighborhood who will be absolutely impartial. A panchayatnama of the recoveries made, and on the basis of the recoveries made, if they get something incriminated, well, good for the investigating. But if they do not get anything incriminating, well, they have a lot of answering to do in that case.